Speaking like this gives you an unfair advantage on YouTube. Now times are changing, YouTube is evolving faster than ever, and you even see that big channels and creators start getting less views. Channels that had all of this momentum are slowing down. And that is why when you are building a personal brand, the way you speak matters more than anything. Now in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how the way you speak is going to either make or break your YouTube journey. And I want to share everything with you because if you implement these things into your life, you will be foolproof to anything that changes in the YouTube game, and you will be able to predictably grow your YouTube channel. Now the YouTube algorithm is changing, and now only unique videos are being pushed out. Everything else, everything that is average, everything that is like the rest is being suppressed and ignored. Now if you're making education and informative content, then you're going to need to do it in a personal way. Now let's dive into it. Part number one, the problem. Now the problem is there are less people on YouTube. Now because there are less people on YouTube but actually more creators, YouTube is now rewarding the most unique and creative content. Highly creative content that stands out from the rest is what is being pushed out more. Whether that's creativity in the filming, in the production quality, in the idea itself, or in the content or production. Whatever aspect of the video is creative, or maybe multiple things are creative, creativity stands out in a game where people are just producing noise and noise and noise. You see, on my main channel with 108,000 subscribers, I noticed something that has changed. I noticed that the videos that do best are the ones where I'm most authentic and the idea is most authentic, and that's why YouTube rewards authenticity. And that is why and how the way you speak matters, and this is something that I'm actively practicing, and the more I get better at this, the more my YouTube channel and my videos actually do better. Now this video found you at the right time because I know that this is the turning point of YouTube, and if you're here for the long game, if you know you want to build your personal brand to achieve that life of freedom, then you're in the right place. So subscribe if you know you want to build your personal brand. Part number two, the band-aid for your channel. First, you need to understand that it doesn't matter what personality trait you play. You know, you could be the serious guy, the funny guy, the calm guy, or the stoic guy. It doesn't really matter because anything can work. It's about what is authentic to you. You need to find out like which level and form of expression is just the most authentic to the way you feel inside, because anything else, people will just sense that that is not you. Now, one thing we have to understand, when you press record on the camera, chances are you speak in a different way. Chances are you're a different person. It's because you're trying to play some role. You're trying to you click record and you're trying to be somebody else. Now, the best and most synchronous thing that could ever happen, which is going to lead to more channel, more views, more growth, is just being in alignment with who you are and who you are behind the camera. For a long time, I was trying to be somebody else, but actually what I'm trying to do now, what I'm doing now, is I'm just changing the way I am in both reality, like with my friends, with my family, and in front of the camera. I'm picturing the person and the identity and the character that I want to be, the way I want to speak, the personality, the humor, the traits, and I'm making that in my videos and in real life as well. If I am feeling low on a certain day and I have to film, it's going to be very logical for me to just, pull out this character and just try to fake it, but it's just not going to work. If you were serious on a certain day, then just be serious in the video. It's okay. If you're feeling super excited like I am in this very video, I feel like I have all this energy. That's what I'm presenting to the camera. That's who I am right now. And this can change. That's okay. Just be authentically you. Don't be another person that just gives out information. People can find information everywhere, but the reason they watch you is because they connect with a personal brand. That is the power of personal branding. You could search anything on Google and get an answer. But on a YouTube channel, when somebody's explaining something, it sticks in your mind for some reason because you connect deeper with that person. The same information that you could read on Google, you will forget it the next day. But if you watch it through a video, something about the thing just sticks in your mind and you remember it for years. So this is going to stop your channel from losing momentum and dying out, and it's going to keep you, able to just keep going and building your personal brand predictably. Now you need to break the cycle of what's being repeated too often. Your videos, your YouTube channel, they don't compete in isolation. They compete in a crowded environment, meaning that people who choose your video while looking at 9 other videos or however many are on the YouTube homepage. You need to stop being surface level with everything. You need to either say your true opinion or don't say anything at all. You need to get really good at something and give information that people just wow. They have this realization moment that, they just heard something that is going to change their life. If you're talking about sleep and helping people improve their sleep, the last thing you want to do is say everything that everyone else says, saying, okay, what is going to improve your sleep? Don't eat before bed. Sleep in a cold, dark room. I mean, everybody has heard those. Those are generic tips. Instead, you want to give a super innovative tip that nobody has heard before. Oh, what has helped me fall asleep is actually staring at a wall for 5 5 minutes, 30 minutes before bed. Like, nobody's heard that before, and because it's so unique, people are going to remember that, and they're going to try it, and it's going to work, and it's going to help them, and then they're going to thank you for it. So get really good at something and give information that nobody else gives in your niche. Find a way to stand out like nobody else. Think about this. The only things that are remembered are the things that stand out. If you are trying to fit in, then you are doing yourself a disservice. You are telling yourself essentially, I want to be the person who is easily forgotten. But you just need to do things differently. You need to be kind of weird, because weird is what attracts people's attention, and that is what they remember. And if they remember you, then they'll come back and watch your other videos. And that is how your personal brand starts to grow. And now there's so much advice on YouTube, and that is why I am here to give you my personal experiences and my personal strategies that I don't hear a lot on YouTube. And I'm going to share with you all of the mindsets that are going to make you stand out as a creator. Now, if you're enjoying this video, like and leave a comment on what videos you want to see next. Part number 3, the method. Now that you've understood the fundamentals, let's dive deeper into the advanced systems. Now, you might have heard this before, but in a different context, I'm going to talk about storytelling. I'm not going to say, oh, you should do storytelling. Like, what does that even mean? I'm going to break down exactly what that means. Because every story is unique to you. It doesn't matter what other videos people are seeing. They will connect to yours because your story is so authentic, because it can only be authentic. You see, the reason why people like reality TV shows, the reason why people follow celebrities and become super fans, is because they love following a person's life, their story, what they do on a day-to-day basis, where they've come from. And people love stories. Stories have been around for centuries. You know, they've been there since the beginning of time. And that is why storytelling is so addictive for viewers. And here's what I mean by storytelling. Now, you're going to ask yourself, how do you actually implement storytelling into your videos? Every time you explain something, right? You explain some generic thing. For example, you're talking about how to grow on YouTube. So you just give fact, strategy, information. Now, the thing about that is you're just explaining people how to do something. And that is something they could easily find anywhere else, which makes you, replaceable. But as soon as you make those strategies, you take that information and instead you make a story around it. You use your personal experience. Instead of saying posting 3 times a week on YouTube is not going to help you grow, I can give you a story of how I was struggling to see growth. We are posting twice a week, and every single video, every single time I sat down to record, I would just, feel like I want to do more. And I just felt like I could put in more inputs. So then what I started to do was every single time I started to film, I would film an extra video, right? And then that extra video I'd post later in the week. So I had a talk with my friends. We talked about it, and they told me, quality over quantity. And then some other guy also gave a story and started telling me about how his YouTube friend started to upload less, but better. And that actually improved his channel. I came to the realization that I should upload twice a week instead of 3 times a week. You could either make up a story that is just like something that makes sense to you, or actually give a personal story. Both work well. Obviously, the personal story relates more to you. It's more authentic, and it's going to work better. So you can take any strategy that you want to teach, any information that you want to give, any advice that you want to give, and instead give a story like this and this and this happened, and then I learned this, and because I learned this, I became good at this, and X and Y and Z. The same information, the same strategies, you just package it under a story. That is how you add storytelling. It is simple. You need to look at the success stories, look at everybody who's doing well, and study them. Study how their videos start, how their videos finish, what is in their videos, what does the content look like, how are the people speaking, and just study. And then you will take a little bit of everything from everyone, and then you'll mix it and combine it into your own strategy. And that is the whole point, to gather every single strategy out there, take it and make it into your unique perspective. Because everything that comes into your mind, it filters through your imagination, through your belief system. Your belief system filters everything that comes in, your inputs, and then the outputs are filtered through that. So take everything that you've learned and everything you're going to learn across all my videos, and then just implement it in your own way. That is how you're going to grow on YouTube predictably. Now, this is going to be a long but rewarding journey. So if you're in this journey for the long term and you want to succeed no matter what, then follow me along on this journey and let's build our personal brands together. So subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. You got this.